business trends and entertainment buzz. Jay gives you the full gist.
The Nigeria House of Reps has passed for second reading a bill to extend the capital component implementation.
Minus the noise. It's bold, it's smart, and it's 100% Jay on air. Join the conversation every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 6 p.m. only on 88.5 UFM. Jay on air. Real talk, real issues, real time. Trending now, Jay's already there. Welcome to Jay on Air.
On today's show, we're joined by a visionary who has been behind some of the biggest, boldest visuals in the Nigerian music and film space. You've seen her magic in Abracadabra, All Eyes on Me, 10 Kilo, and so many. I'm so glad that you're here. I mean, this has been a long time coming. I've been wanting to talk to you, and it's just inspiring all the work that you've done at such a young age.
I mean, I think we give all thanks to God. That's what I always say.
All thanks to God. All thanks to God. So talk to us. First of all, how did the name Director Pink come about? Because I had to search. Did your parents call you Pink? Is pink your favorite color? How did you come about Director Pink in the first place?
So I think first off, my name is Praise.
Yes,
like
Praise.
my real name is Praise. So I mean, there's some kind of videos that I want to be shooting, and I don't want to put directed by Praise.
Are you saying Praise is not a cool name?
I'm not saying it's.
Are you telling mommy and daddy that Praise is not a cool name?
That's not what I mean. I just don't want it to box me in, because I want to, like, if you see my brand, I shoot everything. I shoot like from gospel to, like, you know, secular. I literally do all, basically. So I wanted a name that really signifies like femininity, something that when you see it, you're like, nah, there's no way a guy has to be a pink. Like, is it a guy? No, it's a girl, you know. But still, like, there's still some people that they still feel like it's a guy.
It's a guy, yeah.
I don't know why they do that. So that was like, that's the idea behind that.
Do you get offended when some people actually think that it's a guy behind some of these videos? Because an argument there is the videos are actually really crisp, really good. I mean, you look at Abracadabra, you look at 10 Kilo, you understand. And so we feel like, this video is too good. A woman cannot be this talented. Do you get offended? Have you ever heard such comments before?
I don't think, well, I don't get offended. I don't feel like they think that, oh, a woman cannot do this. What I feel like they think is, nah, I just has to be a man now. And a man run normally. So I don't feel offended, but I like that. I like when they just feel shocked, like, oh, it's the lady. And I'm like, So, you know, so it's just bringing that, how would I put it? It's just bringing that surprise. I don't get offended. I just feel like, okay, that means I'm putting in, like, you know, so much work that you've actually seen it and you're really in doubt that, you know, a woman cannot do this. You know, that way it kind of expands your mind. You're like, okay, you know what, women can actually do things and even do more. Yeah.
What was your life before you started directing music videos and short films? Did you know this is what you were going to do? What were you doing before? I think your first video was shot in 2020 or 2019, thereabout?
Yeah, 2020.
2020. So
done your homework.
Stop it now. I mean, I'm a professional now. I'm trying to form that I don't know, but I know.
Nice.
So before 2020, what was your life? Were you Director Pink or were you just Praise?
So before 2020 was the COVID year.
Yes.
So I started like I did my very first music video like that was like January 2020, and then I was like set back by the whole COVID until like September, October, when I got like a gig to direct under like Clarence Peters. So, but before then and while then I was still in school. I was in Unilag. I was studying economics.
Okay.
So I was in I think I was about to enter the 400 level. Yeah. So that whole year just paused, and you know I was in 400 level like 2 years, and that was crazy because it was first ASU strike and stuff like that, but I didn't let that like stop me. I just knew that, okay, you know what, it's time to just start doing my thing. I can't be waiting for school to resume before I start my life. So even way before then, I used to do graphics design, I used to do animation, I used to, like, you name it, I used to do photography. Like, I literally put my hands into like everything until I decided that, you know what, I think I really get attracted to music videos. So this is what I want to do, and not just music videos, actually film as well.
That is so interesting, and that is how the journey just started.
Exactly.
So you had not shot. What was the? How did you pitch to that artist to say, "I want to shoot your"? Was it a friend? How did that happen?
Okay, funny enough, the very first video I shot, it was somebody that actually reached out to me on my Instagram. My Instagram, my works are not great. Like, I just used to just shoot whatever came to my mind. I would shoot like anything around my hostel. So he reached out to me. He was he owned a label and he had signed an artist. So he reached out to me and he was like, you know what, I want you to work with my artist, you know, follow him around. His name was Maxi. Follow him around, do stuff, you know, shoot things. So I used to follow them. Sometimes they'll go to like Hard Rock, like so many places to do shows, and I'll shoot. And one day was like, I really like how you shoot your videos. Why don't you actually shoot a music video for this guy? I think I trust you. I think I believe in you.
Wow.
I'm like, oh wait, really? The budget was like, it was a very, very like low budget then, but it looked very big in my eyes because you know what, I needed to utilize it to the best. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to do it. I didn't really know like what the process was to actually shoot a music video, but one thing I did was I said, yes, I can do it. I'll go and research later.
You didn't say, I've never done this before.
No, I don't let the opportunity pass me by.
Wow.
If you ask me, can I do civil engineering now? I will
You
tell
can
you
do
yes.
it.
I will go and look for how to learn what you need me to
I
do.
love it so much. Energy.
Can't let that back pass.
And
no.
that was it.
Yeah, that was it.
And you shot that video, and that's how the journey began for you. So before even 2020, I mean, you're doing economics and all of that. What was growing up for you like? Where did you grow up? Where were your parents like? Do you have siblings? So talk to us a bit about your childhood.
Okay, so I mean, I grew up in. First place I grew up in was Fadeyi before moving to Yaba.
I actually grew up in Fadeyi as well.
Yes. Fadeyi, let's go now. So my place used to be like in front of, I don't remember the name of the street anymore, but it used to be in front of this rail station, rail track and stuff. Every time like you're sleeping, you just be like it was crazy. But you know, my parents were my mom is late currently, but my dad is still like hell and hearty. My parents were the most supportive. They were the best people. They just wanted me to, you know what, I didn't know what I wanted to do then. I didn't know if I wanted to. I was just moving from, I think my SS1, I was moving from science to commercial to art. I did not have a purpose, you know. My dad was always shouting that time. I was like, okay, you know what, I'll do international relations because the name sounded sweet, you know. I'll do mass comm, I'll do law, but I didn't until later. I was like, you know what, I think I really like economics, which I really do because I really love business as well. So I mean, I also have a sibling. I have a younger brother, right? He's 13 right now. So he's a very, very cute boy. And I think that's basically it. My family, they were all we were like Christian. My dad is very strong. My dad used to carry me. God. Now that I remember, I feel so like my daddy used me. My daddy used to go and preach in my estate that year.
And you were a co-preacher.
Oh God. Carry those, you know, those megaphones that you're praising the Lord early in the morning, you're following him like that. And I still have one crush there. My crush. So you were the one that was following your daddy that time to go and preach. I'm like, they used to make fun of me, but I did not care because at that point, like, as much as like I feel like it has created, like it has built me, you know, into what I am now. So even at that time, like there used to be like even the balcony, because we had a balcony. So like the way our houses were, like when we moved to Yaba, the houses were facing like each other, different quarters, different flats and stuff like that. So me on my own that time, I'll just stand outside. Once it's like what's it called, on a Sunday afternoon when I'm back from church, I'm preaching to everybody. I'm saying, oh, this is the word of the Lord. This is that. You know, I would just do that because I enjoyed doing it. I love to do that. I also love to teach as well. So everything just, I mean, it just builds me. So I still love to do that no matter what.
Amazing. You have a 13-year-old brother. Does he know the power that is in the family with him? Does he know that you are director Pink? Is he aware? Does he tell people, my son shot that video, my son is director Pink? Does he know?
What? The last time I went, it was his birthday. I went to give him a cake. Or more. I don't know that my brother has passed my gist all around the secondary school. As I just came like this, you should see everybody, people are just rushing outside. Oh, director Pink. Your brother used to talk about you. Your brother this is that. Oh, we did not believe. Because my brother was like, they don't believe that you're my sister.
Yes, come
I'm
and show
like, you
them.
know what? On your birthday, I'm coming there.
Yes.
As I came like this, I held him on my hands like this. I was like, make with a waka they go. Don't worry. So I love the fact that he is proud of me, and I also love the fact that he sees me work hard and he's like, you know what, I want to be like this. He has so many things he wants to do. He loves to game a lot, which I don't stop him from. He loves to cook as young as he is.
Wow.
My brother is like, when my brother is around, I forget about cooking because he does.
He cooks. Wow.
He cooks, like, and he likes to even create like recipes. You know what? He'll be like, you know, I want to cook this, I want to cook that. Don't worry,
Creative family.
I'm like, okay, no problem. Just be doing that. Just be having so many talents, please, so that when you grow, we just pick one.
I use it to do.
Whatever you want to do, you know. So
It's amazing. It's amazing. We're still live on J on Air. I'm in conversation with director Pink, one of the biggest directors out right now. She has directed some of the biggest videos, like I said before, Abracadabra, but most recently 10 Kilo and some other big ones that you know, that I'm sure you're aware of. So make sure that you are watching us live on YouTube, J on Air TV, on TikTok, J_on_Air Live, and of course we're live on radio 88.5 UFM as well. Let us come back to directing. So what is your process like when you are directing a video? What does that look like for you?
Well, when directing a video, what I always do is, to be honest, I sometimes I get selective of the kind of songs I shoot. I don't just shoot any song because I'm not so money driven. I want to make sure that as I'm doing this, I'm putting it out like the very best I can, because trust me, I'm going to be listening to that song on repeats, like all through, like till like I have like sometimes I'll have like a week to pull up the mood board before I actually relate to like the team, to be like, you know what's like, you know, to start like the whole pre-production process and stuff. So I'm in the mood of the song. Sometimes I dress to the song. I just soak myself in it.
In the
like
music.
Sometimes when I'm shooting Fino like this, I'm all like, yo gang, what's up, gang? What's up? Like, you know, that's how we all are. Like, even when I like every time I work with like different artists, and the sweet part is whenever they drop a song, they're just in that phase too. Like, you see David, when you shoot David and that horrible time, we're just all in that horrible phase. We're like, oh my, this horrible. I'm like, you know what? So like, I like that phase. I like working with them. So it's mostly just creating the mood board, you know, going through the pre-production process, and after that we then go out to like, you know, do the location scouting. After you do the location scouting, then we come back, you know, finalize on, you know, this like what the budget is looking like, and then we start, you know, planning like costume. It's a whole lot. So if I start narrating, it's just come to Pinkline Academy and then.
Yes, I knew you were going to plug it. Come to Pinkline, you know what? But you know, a lot of people just hear the work that you do and don't necessarily understand the process that goes into how this and this. What were some mistakes that you made earlier on? Because again, this is something that, you know, I mean, at the beginning fell into your lap. You were making videos and then someone said, I think you can do this. So did you enter some budget issues at the beginning? What are some issues? Was it hard for you to like get locations, you know, or to work with people or getting your team together? What were the challenges that you faced at the start? Or that you still face today, really?
I mean, I still face a lot of challenge. Sometimes it could be like maybe what you had budgeted for, like on the day of the shoots, there's been like some things that sometimes you have miscellaneous, right? But it would pass your miscellaneous and even eat into like, there are a lot of directors sometimes, like, see, all of us, there's one thing, if you ask us a particular question, like, if not for passion, everybody, a lot of people would have quit because it is not necessarily as, I wouldn't say it's not as profitable as everybody sees it.
Really?
Because Yeah, because as a director, you always want to go crazy. You want to shoot like the best this, you want to do that, you want to do this. So sometimes you end up using even your own money to make sure that, you know what, this actually, you're investing in that video because you know that even more, you know, would come. You're trying to boost the quality. You're trying to make sure that, you know, it is as rich as it is. Because sometimes if you do that, you know, for the next time, you can be able to push your budget up and be like, you know what, this is what I charge. Then when they see your other videos, it kind of matches up. But when you start getting money driven, you're cutting down from here. At the end of the day, you can't really push that this is what I do, and this is how
the money has to match the work.
Do you understand? The money has to match the work, basically. So that's literally just how it is. Yeah.
What is that video that you shot and you knew that my life has changed forever? I want you to lead me through the process. I don't know if it's the running video with Chika and Simi. I don't know if that is the video for you, but that in my mind that could be the video. But what is that call you got? And then you said, this person cannot be calling me to shoot this video. Where did you see my work? And how did you deal with that entire thing? What is that video that changed your life?
I think, well, right now there's so many calls that I can get that might not be as shocking as it is.
Of course, now.
But the very first call that changed my life would definitely be the call I got from Clarence Peters.
Okay.
You know what? That was like my very first big gig to shoot for Chiki and Mayoko. And I was like, don't worry, Otilo. And that time I used to, my dad and we all used to stay in like it's like a mini flat. So during that whole COVID time, every minute I was always working, like, and I wasn't like working like, okay, you know, going out to shoot. I was mostly, that was like a learning phase for me. So that entire 7 months, I literally used it to learn. I was just consuming like
knowledge.
Do you understand? I was consuming from various places. It was crazy. My dad just left that room for me and was just sleeping in the parlor.
For real? Wow.
Yes, I was in the parlor. But now, like, you know, things are better. You know, they've moved to somewhere even better. Like, you know, it's going really well. But that used to be the reality for me. So like, we all used to sleep in like one room. Then there was like the normal parlor, and everything was like small and all that. But like that time, my dad would just, I used my money to buy like office table and chair. I put it in the room. I was like, you know, because my mom was late already then, so my dad didn't even really feel like sleeping where she was late anymore. So I just took it as, you know what, this is my office. So from my office to my bed, back to my office again. That time too, sometimes my dad would be like, if I couldn't cook, my dad would just naturally just say, you know what, what do you want to eat? Let me just cook for you. So that's where my brother picked that up as well. I cook very, very well. Excuse you, before you say, man, I'm cooking for you too much. I cook very, very well. But, you know, sometimes you just get so overwhelmed, because I was even designing, you know, at that point, there were still like some mini jobs you could still pick up like during that COVID time. So I was just doing all that. And my dad was like, you know what, don't worry. What do you want to eat? What do you want? My dad would always just make sure that I was comfortable, just be feeding me. So right now, that's even my love language. I love men that can cook.
Yeah. So if you're a man that can cook,
you stolen my heart away.
I love it so much. Before we come back, you know, to directing, and because you spoke a lot about your dad and spoke about the fact that, you know, he couldn't sleep in that room anymore. When did you lose your mom, and how did you deal with that? How did the family, especially because it's a small family, it's you, your dad, your mom, and your brother. How was that period like for you? When did this happen?
It happened on September 12th, 2018.
That's the 13th.
Yes,
Wow.
it's actually, that's the I had to put it there. And so I don't want to forget, because one day somebody asked me like, oh, when did you lose your mom? And I just started thinking about it. I'm like, when did this happen? I said, what? I don't want that to happen anymore. I want it to be permanently on my body. That was why I did this, actually. So I mean, it was, what was the question again?
Your mom, you know, when did you lose her, and how did you deal with that grief?
So I was in year 3 or something. Yes, year 3. If that's correct. And my mom was sick, actually. She had liver metastasis. Literally. There's all this big grammar. Like, so, and she started getting sick. She started getting lean, and I was just like, I came back from school one day and I was like, this is not the woman I knew before. My mom is figure 8, you know, stuff like that. And I see that she had dropped. I was like, you know what? Haven't you gone to the hospital? I had to make sure that, you know what, tomorrow you people will go to the hospital. So when they went to the hospital, they did like series of tests upon test. I feel like she already knew, but she didn't want to stress. right? So they started doing series of tests until they later
Found
got
out.
that letter. So when they got that letter, that day, like, I could see her eyes, like, when this person knows that I'm going to leave this world.
Yeah.
That was the eye, like, there was no emotion, it was pale and all that. And that day I just left where they were first. I went to cry. I was just on the road crying and shedding tears, and we just gave her so much love. She always wanted me to do my thing. Don't let this stop you, don't let this affect you, don't even think about me, because you still have a whole lot ahead of you. And if I was the kind of person that was just stuck on that, or I would have used that as an excuse to waste away. But I know that there's somebody that is looking down at me, and she wants to be proud of me every time. Because at this point now, my mom is no more. I don't see it like, she's extremely late. I see it as like, this woman that used to come and wake you up 6 a.m. to go to school and do all these things, or to do something, or cook, or sweep the house, she's no more there. But now she's with you 247
watching you.
So
So you have
if
to
you
do
mess
right.
up, so that's how I see it. So I see it like she's always here. Basically.
Amazing. All right, let's talk about your most recent video. I mean, I know you've shot a lot of fantastic videos, but this 10 kilo one just really did something on social media, and it's also how you shared it with us. It seemed like, have you worked with the video prior to this?
Yes, but not his song. Actually, we worked when we were in LA.
Okay.
Yes, Los Angeles, and that's where we met. We met in America, actually.
Okay. So it was one that reached out to you for this video.
Yeah. So the day we met, like a year ago.
Okay.
Funny stuff. So actually, like, we did a video for a song. It was a featured artist. And then he was like, well, because even before then I had shots for Moravi.
Yeah.
So even like, he just has so much love in him. Like, I just saw, like, he just mentioned me on Twitter, and it was like, oh, you killed this Moravi video, Pink. I'm like, from where to where? Like, he just used to do like,
That was like an endorsement.
do you understand?
Yeah.
So that day he had already like mentioned me, so I knew that, okay, yes, of course he knew me, definitely. So after that we met, and he was like, he was just asking me questions like, and tell me about you. He was wanting to know, like, Mo, how did you start? Like, this is very, very fascinating and stuff. I was like, yes. So he was like, even before the album dropped, right, he was like, I got my album coming up. That album is gonna be mad. Trust me, that album. Like, he's already speaking into it. He's already prophesying into it. He's already like, he's so positive. He's already like, that album go, no worry. And look at it now. Like, look at
everywhere.
Like, it's already everywhere.
Even 10 kilo, yes.
Yes, he's already everywhere. So he was like, don't worry, that album, don't worry, you're gonna shoot one song on it. And I'm like, okay, yeah. I was like, in my head, I'm like, Shana, I beg.
You didn't think that was going
I didn't take it serious. That's how, like, the beginning of the year or something, or ending of that same year, he actually referred a producer that I wanted to shoot the music video that featured him, that was Younger for, to me to shoot. Said, don't worry, work with Pink. So he's always like sending people my way.
Yeah.
Then after that we saw, it was like, but how fun. I haven't thought that was even the shoot. I was like, okay, we don't already do shoots.
Yeah.
Only for ASA to now reach out to me that, they wanted to work with me for 10 kilo and stuff like that. So on that day when we now met, I said, should I tell you now? I tell you so we can do this. I'm like, you remember since 1 year ago? I'm like, not be me again, don't worry. I tell you, I did for you. I'm like,
so he had referred you, and he also still brought you on his project.
Exactly.
What was it like working with him on his own? I mean, you had met him, you guys were cool, but what was it like working with him on his own project, on 10 kilo? What was the difference?
I had to make sure that I killed it, man. I did so many revisions on that mood board. I was just revisiting it. I was making sure that, I'm not making any mistakes. I'm pointing out. So it was very chill. It was like one of the most comfortable, and even like, he pays. Like, even when you know that somebody has paid you well, you go, the joy.
You move there.
Joy.
You are directing.
Your body, and it's like anything you want, and they don't even like. I wouldn't say they argue like at all. Like, it's more like, this is the creative vision. This is what I want to achieve. Just like, done. Don't worry about it. No problem. We're gonna get to it. More. So like, that was the experience. It was like, I felt like that was one of the best time being a creative, because you're being paid well. Not only that, you're not being paid well, no stress, no multiple revisions. My hairline shifted. Can you adjust it? There was nothing like that. It was just smooth. It was even me that was offering that. I can't do this, so make
Let's
I pattern on
change,
like this,
yeah.
you know. So I feel like that's even what makes creatives even more ginger to like even do more.
When you appreciate the work that they
do you
do.
understand? When you appreciate the work that they do, when you're, and I know that video is mad, we love it, you know, stuff
Yeah.
like that. I'm like, thank you. Like it was smooth, it was seamless. Everybody came, the entire crew. I give it up for them because everybody loves Davido so much that even people that have not met him before, even people that no worry. Everybody was so invested in that project because of how much they love him. That's how crazy it is.
That's amazing. Now, with all the love and the beauty that this video got and that you shared, you know, also came some controversy as well. Somebody on X, you know, came out to say she had sent the idea of the video to Davido's team, and then she didn't get a response, and then later she saw that was what was used in the video, and I saw that you really did not say so much, even though somebody else had spoken about it. Do you want to address that here and now, especially because, you know, she kept on saying that, you know, she was the one that had that idea. Davido's team did not get back to her, and then she saw that was the idea that was used in the 10 kilo video.
To be honest, what I'll say is I really respect like every creative, and I respect the work they put in. So I know how hurt you must have been when you supposedly see something that you felt like you thought about, and maybe another person then thought about it, basically. So I mean, when I saw it, even to me, it was very shocking because when I did the entire mood board, we had like variations of ideas. So it was even like later on, when I wanted the runway was supposed to be like a scale, like you know those weighing scale. So the runway was supposed to have markings on the scale and so many things. So there were so many things I had to go for. But due to the fact that the crew were like, we had some bits of limitations. I didn't want the scale to now feel like we're bashing plus size women or things like that. So I had to now switch it. So I kept switching up the idea. So even down to the beauty,
The salon part.
No, it wasn't a salon. It's called like the backstage.
Okay,
for this, and that was like a last minute thing, because that day we were trying to do the recce, the location scouts, we wanted to do like a stairs with like beautiful 10 kilos. I even wanted to do a floating, like Davido was supposed to float on a platform, and then we're supposed to have like stacks of Orobos like on top of each other, like do like different sets. But I had to tell Issa that, you know what, the hazard that might come from this, because they had to like construct iron and do a lot of things.
May not have been safe.
Because I didn't want to go with the cliche way of, you know what, after the runway is the backstage. Do you understand? Because I knew that there is no how. It's always so,
that's what everybody thinks about.
Do you get? So I was like, that's why I was like, you know what, even though that backstage has to look as different as it could be by actually like going to actually design it. So I had to pull up a lot of references to then design it. So when I saw that entire thing, and it's not even like the entire idea was there, I even saw, like, I was like, okay, I saw her, what's it called, when she said, she wanted a driving, but there was nothing there. She just put like one pictures. But if you see my mood board, you know that, okay, this person actually thought about it. So I mean, when you hear Orobo, one of the most beautiful thing, I didn't want it to be too like serious, like too deep, to the fact that you will not allow like maybe your creativity to go too far, that it's too much for people to grasp. You understand? So I knew that having a plus size model on a runway, which definitely has been done. You know, I've seen like a fashion show where like, you know, a plus size model. So maybe that's where she got the idea from, and she was like, because that's already an idea already. Somebody already did that, but that person did not come and drag me from all the way from Yankee to be like, you know what, why did you put a plus size on the runway when I put a plus size? Because ideas have variations. So she might have thought about it, but she didn't think of it how we did it and executed it. So if she had thought about it to the part that even the set and everything, she was like, you know what, this is how I want to do it, then you'd be like, oh, okay, maybe that. And thank God, I'm like, enough proof was there, because like somebody even posted like where I put the voiceover and I always explain my process. Someone that stole your idea would not explain the process, honey, you know. So that's literally just it. So even Asa never shared anything with me. That's one of the funny part. They never shared anything with me. So even Asa knows that, okay, you know what, this has to be bullshit. So
Yeah. All right. So we're still talking to Director Pink. We have a few more minutes to go, and I'm sure some of you want to talk to her. So we'll open the phone lines to take 1 or 2 phone calls and some messages as we wrap this up. Okay. Let's not forget that this episode is brought to you by our friends at Credit Direct. If you're looking to invest money, looking to grow money, Credit Direct is the way to go. So go to your Google Play, go to your App Store, and download Credit Direct today, so that we'll keep on giving you this show and giving you fantastic guests like Director Pink. So back to the conversation, Director Pink. Is there a set you've been on and you were like, I don't want to work with this person again? I mean, you talked about the beauty of working with Davido. Did you work with anybody and you were like, yeah, I don't want to, this is stressful?
I've not really had that person, no, to be honest. A lot of artists I've worked with, we always vibe. There's been no, I hate this. I feel like maybe there must have been, I've had like periods where I'm like, this artist is wanting more than a lot.
You can, yeah.
You understand?
That the money is not matching what you are.
Well, we always find a way to, find a middle ground. So that's what I do. So there's been no time I've been like, you know what, I don't want to work with this artist.
How do you protect your voice in this industry? Because there are certain times you get on a set, you're employed, you're paid, and then you obviously have the vision. This is what you want to do. It's your name at the end of the day that is going to be there, but they're trying to tweak it. How do you protect your own creativity to ensure that it's not lost when you're working with an artist or with anybody, really?
How do you mean it's not lost?
So that, you can get on a project now and you have an idea and they are really trying to make too many tweaks and it's not initially what you wanted and you don't like the idea anymore.
Well, I mean, so if I think because they're artists, they understand their brands even more better than you do, because they understand their fans and they are even much more closer to their fans. So what I always do is, I'm a very, it's also more like negotiating. We go back and forth. It's more of even trying the best way to have like proper communication skills. So yes, I love this idea. This idea is amazing, but what makes you a professional or a professional creative is when you can also stand your ground and pitch your idea to the part that it is even convincing, and they're like, you know what, I think you really know your job. You know what, don't worry, just carry along with whatever you want to do. There's some people that are also creatives as much as they're artists, and they're like, you know what, this is what I want, that's what I want. But I still try to make sure that I find the beauty in their idea, because at the end of the day, they're paying you for that job.
True.
So you can't impose
your
and
own
be
idea.
like, no, this is, if you want to do it, you rather just add your money and add it into the video. You understand? So it's as easy as that.
True. In case you want to speak to Director Pink, you have a question for Director Pink, calling to the studio 091 30,000 885. That is 4 zeros in between. 091 30,000 885, or send a message on the same number as well. So Director Pink, you may want to use your headset to hear what this person has to say. Welcome to the show. Ooh, turn off your radio, please. Turn off your radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Ashesi.
All right, talk to Director Pink. Can you hear her?
I'm calling from Ashesi.
All right, go ahead. Talk to Director Pink. Go ahead.
I just wanted to greet her and also say that she's doing a nice job, that she keeps on.
Oh, thank you for calling.
Thank you. Oh my God, that's so cute.
Your fans are everywhere.
Like, I have fans from from 8, 7, 8, 9. Like, I even have a lot of people. They tell me, oh my God, my young daughter, she's such a fan. And it's so beautiful to see that, the brand is inspiring even to the very young, generation.
Welcome on board. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Hello? All right, somebody had sent a question earlier on, when we said you were going to be here. Let's pick Ezekiel's call first. Welcome to the show, Ezekiel. Please switch off your radio.
Good evening, Jay.
Good evening, Ezekiel. Go ahead, talk to Director Pink. Go ahead.
This is X to the A to the N, something.
Hey, good to have you on the show, man. Go ahead.
Director Pink, nice job. And the funny thing that one day I was just asking myself that there's no lot of female producer. Like, you cannot sit down and say what you can't female producer. It's always hard. And that I don't even know how. I just enter YouTube, and the next video I'm seeing is interview with Director Pink. And I said, I know that this director Pink is sounding like a lady. Because I don't know, one man will not come and say it's director Pink. And that I was like, it's just crazy. But you think that we just need more female in director, because I can't mention two female without director Pink is always there. But you are going for the men. But it's always a great job watching our video and you see director Pink and say, and somebody tells you, now lady shoot this video, they say, I lied. So I'm just happy for her. That's what I say. And we just love the video.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. When you hear comments like that, you know, I mean, they love you, but they feel like there are not so many women in the space. I mean, I know that Kemi Adetiba was shooting music videos for a bit, you know, but we don't have so many. What do you say to that?
Well, it's a very tasking job because it takes a whole lot from you that you should, if you're willing. It's more like how you said we don't really have so much of female artists because it takes so much. You must be willing to sacrifice a whole lot. And I mean, even right now, we try as much as possible to empower, like, you know, ladies to actually, like, you know, get interested in the crafts, basically. So there are like a couple of them actually, but you know what, it takes a process. So it takes sometimes you would see them now, they'll start popping, and I really want like a lot of more women to actually pop, because that way it expands the markets. You know, a lot of people might be like, you know what, I really want a lady because I feel like, you know,
you understand the vision better.
They understand the vision better. So it's growing. We're gonna be having more, definitely.
Well, is there a different energy when you're directing? Because you've directed for Mercy Chinwo before. Is it different when you're directing for a gospel artist and directing for a secular artist? And have you gotten bashed, you know, by that? Especially seeing your upbringing, you were preaching all over the place. Have you had people you don't direct 10 kilos, see bomb all over? Have you had people?
I mean, sometimes one thing you should understand is, I was watching a video by Spike Lee. I don't know if anybody knows Spike Lee.
The movie producer,
exactly.
yes.
And he said something: whatever character you create is not you. That's the character. So you need to be able to understand that, you know, if you want to say you know, if you want to build a character that is very wild, you know, that is the character. That's your job as a creative. So my personal life is different from my videos. That's how I'll put it, because that's a job. I'm creating characters. I'm creating a world, literally. So, and that is something that even Mercy Chinwo and every other person understands, because she knows what, like, I really love your job, and I know that you would really, you understand, you will bring it to life how I want it to be. So that's just how it's been. So my personal life is different from my videos, and I don't even think my videos are bad. Like, I mean,
they're clean. They're clean.
Actually, I don't portray women as anything rise. I always make sure that women look as beautiful as they can be. If you watch all my videos, actually.
All right. Yemi Alade fan is here. Says, ask Director Pink what it was like creating the visuals for Yemi Alade's Grammy-nominated song Tomorrow and future projects with Yemi. Also, any plans to direct movies?
Yes, I have plans to direct a movie. I actually did a short film. It's called Lady Koi Koi. That was before the one by Netflix came out. No shades.
Side eye.
but yeah, so I did that like years ago before that one came out, and the reception was amazing. And I know that the next time I'm gonna do another project, which I am actively working on right now, is gonna be very, very amazing. You guys should watch out for it. And yes, Yemi Alade working for Tomorrow. That was we built a set, but it's a very interesting story. We built a set by the beach, and imagine spending millions on a set by the beach, and you wake up in the morning, right? And you wake up to like over 10 missed calls from 3 a.m. only for people to tell you that, only for your set designer to tell you that rain destroyed your entire set.
Wow.
That was how it was. Like, I didn't know how to tell Yemi Alade that, rain don't scatter everything.
My God.
I had to just that was the very first time, like, I feel like I was really tested as a director. Like, you know what, that time I feel like I could have gone crazy. I had to make sure that she was already on set. There was no sets. But she was there, and I had to just make sure that I came to set very late. I think she came before me, actually, because I was trying to set up a lot of things. So I had to make sure that, you know, we got like an interior studio. I had to think fast. We got a studio. We had to start building the sets from scratch, which had already taken 2 days. We built that set in less than like 6 hours.
Wow.
And actually, that was what. So tomorrow has that Grammy-nominated song. Tomorrow it has so much story behind it. Actually, that as she waited. Like it was so crazy because we had finished. Like we're still shooting more that we had by the beach. That really did not need so much sets because the set was supposed to be as beautiful as possible. It was so beautiful when we had constructed it by the beach because that was the idea. Then we now came inside like I think 7 p.m. or something. We waited till like almost 4.
Wow.
Like her patience has to be studied.
Wow.
She did not get angry. She did not squeeze her face. She was like, let's just do it. Because at the end of the day, she's so free spirited. She's like, what do you want to do now? You should be in a rain. Not be say person go scatter. If I vex now, what's going to happen? Let's actually make this thing work. And that was just it.
Amazing. I mean, we have to wrap up this conversation, but let's just wrap it up with, some quick fire questions and some fun questions.
Okay.
If your life was a movie, what would the title be?
Never thought about that.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes. Quick fire.
The fire has born.
Quick fire. Life on the Pink Lane.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Oh my God. I don't, to be honest, like I've consumed so many movies that I don't see my life in it. I'm sorry.
It's all right. Okay. Dream artist or project you would love to direct if there were no limits. Who's the dream artist you love to work with?
Kendrick Lamar.
Hey. It will happen.
Definitely.
It will happen.
Definitely.
Yeah. One thing people would be surprised to learn about director Pink Offset.
Learn about me is I'm almost like an introvert, but now I'm trying to be
more extroverted.
Yes, and I love cooking. That's one thing you should know about me. I can't dance, but I like to move my body and I like to dance. There's a whole lot you can know about me. I mean, but those are like the main things. But my cooking, if you taste my food, if you taste my spaghetti,
family of
if
cooks.
you not taste my okra soup,
Hey.
if you taste my ofoweri,
Hey.
don't worry, you people, I will soon do that one that Basi is doing.
Swami.
5 pots, ofoweri, ofonugu,
Hey.
jollof rice,
Hey.
everything.
Hey.
You see everything, big pots. We are here to feed the nation.
I love you so much. Thank you so much for coming to Director Pink.
Thank
This was
you.
such a fun conversation. I can't wait to see the many bigger things that you do in the future. It's so amazing to see what you've done, from 2020 till now, and the many more things that you're going to do. So thank you so much for coming through.
Thank you.
All right, we wrap up with J Stick, and you hear Director Pink and you're just inspired by her story. 2020 was such a sad year for the entire world, but in that year, she started a journey that has taken her to where she is right now. So it doesn't matter how downtrodden you think you are, it doesn't matter how bad of a place you think you're in, you can make something out of it, and your story can be like that of Director Pink. All right, we have J on Air Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 6 p.m. right here on 88.5 UFM. The video is going to be live on YouTube tomorrow, J on Air TV. And for those of you that were in traffic, you couldn't see her face. You see her face when you watch the video on YouTube tomorrow. So subscribe, J on Air TV. Also, massive shout out to our sponsors, Credit Direct, for making this happen for us today. I will be back next week Monday with a very special conversation. So please make sure you keep it a date with me. Bye for now.
Smart takes, deep dives, and sharp conversations. This is J on Air.